Pacers and Lakers live tonight on NBA TV. Jermaine O'Neal back in the starting lineup for Indiana. He was out with the pneumonia, came back off the bench against Sacramento. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, their starting lineup. And Frank, what do you like to point out here?
You know, look at Smush Parker. Very interesting. Tomorrow, his contract becomes guaranteed. He's making $750,000 this year, just a little bit less than our own Bruce Better.
Well, Indiana comes in with a record of 18-13. The Lakers are 17-16. And this game is a Laker game where Kobe has been on fire. What do you expect? What are the keys here?
Well, you know, we see Steven Jackson starting, so we're pretty sure that he'll guard Kobe to start the game. We'll see Fred Jones, maybe even a little Danny Granger, who's played some power forward for Indiana. Rick Carlisle, good defensive coach, going to have to come up with different schemes to slow down Kobe Bryant.
All right, Kobe Bryant averaging 47.7 points per ball game over the last three. Frank, you want to throw it out to the announcers?
Let's go to Joel Miles and Stu Lance at Staples Center.
Minutes on the floor for Kwame, and he had 10 and 10 in the win over the Clips on Saturday night. And Phillips talked about it, Stu. He said the reliance is only temporary, and when he's talking about the reliance on Kobe's scoring right now, and Kobe agrees completely with his head coach.
Well, then the rest of the players better start agreeing as well and give him some support, because if they keep relying on him to be able to produce 40s and 50s or whatever the case may be, they're going to be in for a very rude awakening. I mean, as great a player as he is, this can't continue indefinitely.
No, and Kobe has admitted that. He goes, somebody is going to step up. He knows that. There's going to be a couple of guys who step up as Dick Bavetta tosses it up, veteran official. It was stolen. It's got to be tossed.
Well, you don't normally see the guy that throws the ball up say that it has to be retossed. One of the other two should have helped out Dick Bavetta on that play.
Dick Bavetta, one of the best in the league, as it's bounced around and picked up. It'll belong to the Pacers. So Bavetta out there with Scott Wall and Pat Frere.
Interesting to see the matchup with Lamar and Granger.
But Kwame is going to be out there to stop or at least slow down Jermaine O'Neal. He's coming off a career year, a 24.3 average last season. He's got the first two of the game.
That's a tough matchup for Kwame, too. Kwame is better when he has to defend somebody that just likes to sit on the box, and Jermaine is versatile.
Smush up against veteran Anthony Johnson, not driving. Man, Chris Mim kept it alive, but it goes over to Jermaine O'Neal as Johnson will come away with it. So 2-0 lead early for Indiana. They are 5 games over the 500 mark, and straight to the rack is Anthony Johnson. He's fouled, and the opportunity for the three-point play. Little slow start for the Lakers.
Just a pass, a give and go. Basic basketball here. Johnson throws it in to Jermaine and gives it right back. He gets fouled. He gets the easy hoop, three-point play. So the Lakers are finding themselves down by 4, possibly 5, with 45 seconds gone in the first quarter.
Well, we know what Smush can do at the offensive end, especially the explosions we've seen lately in the first quarter. But he's got to stay awake at the defensive end after letting Johnson just cruise, and it cost Chris Mim. He gets the foul. Former Conference Player of the Year out of the College of Charleston, Anthony Johnson, in his 9th season at 6'3", 200 pounds. He's been a great guy for them. 31-year-old from Charleston, South Carolina. 5-0 lead early for the Indiana Pacers. Not a minute into the contest. Smush now up against Johnson. Kobe asking for it. Steven Jackson's going to be matching up with Kobe. He's one of their best sources offensively. He blows right by him, and Kobe is cracked from behind. Now, they cannot afford to lose Jackson because of foul difficulty.
Well, there's no question that he's vital for them offensively. They like him defensively, especially with the size against Kobe. But that's you're asking for a lot there for a guy to stop Kobe on his home floor, where he's been absolutely, basically scoring-wise, unstoppable so far this season.
And Jackson, coming off 2 of his best offensive games of the season, gets his first foul. So Kobe with the first of 2. Remarkable what he's done. 45, 48, and 50, and one of only 6 players in NBA history to accomplish that. 3 consecutive games or 45 or more.
If you look at the trend, then it means that he should be going for more than 50 tonight, right? Because he's been increasing his production the last 3.
5-1 as he gets 1 of 2. Trapped inside, touch last off the leg of the Pacers. So Kobe trying to get it inside again. And give Kwame credit. Kwame tapped it all the way out to Smush after the missed free throw for this second chance opportunity.
Those are the kind of things, they don't show up in the stat sheet.
Smush off the Brown pick. Lamar They set it up. Good look. Smush comes through. Lakers down by 1. Lamar, as usual, sharing the basketball.
Smush wide open, had a chance to just set his feet, take his time, and boy, he put the rotation on that one.
So 4 straight for the Lakers, trailing 5-4. Indiana guaranteed at least a split of the road trip, winning at Sacramento and Golden State. Jackson, Mim forced that miss, and Lamar comes away with it. Kobe on the pull-up. And Kwame again. It'll be out of bounds, though, but you like the activity underneath, and that's all Phil Jackson wants from Kwame Brown. Defense, rebounds.
Well, he would like to see a little bit more offensive production, but you're right. He's happy with Kwame's, if he's playing good defense and hitting the glass, but if you're going to be out there, give me a little bit of presence down in the paint.
2 minutes into the first quarter. Pacers have had no luck here as Ant Harrison got away inside. Good entry on the bounce by Anthony Johnson, 7-4.
Anthony Johnson, one of whose players don't hear anything about, but really a solid player. Made a very nice fundamental play that time.
Loses it, so gives it away on the turnover. And there was no pressure at all defensively that time from Granger.
I talked about that subtle play by Anthony Johnson. Just a beautiful bounce pass, an easy deuce. Makes it look easy.
Last year, career highs for Johnson, 8 points, 5 assists. 2.5 gone by. Opportunity for points off a Laker mistake. And Kobe smacked it away from Jackson. On the break, it's deflected, and it'll go out of bounds. A break for the Lakers. Lamar was looking for it.
I tell you, Steven Jackson was open somewhat. Kobe did not quit on the play defensively and strips him of the ball as he's going up. Hits nothing but ball and then controls it, takes it the other way. Very nice play.
The Lakers down by 3 after the takeaway and the steal by Kobe. Running on top of the shot clock for the pick and roll game. Lamar finding Chris Mim on the follow. Boy, didn't need to do that. That's giving David Harrison way too much credit. Second-year guy out of Colorado, a first-round pick last year.
Because Chris Mim had his mind made up what he was going to do when he caught the basketball.
David Harrison has 4. So a sluggish beginning for the Lakers. Easy ones inside right now for the Indiana Pacers. They have hit 4 of 5. Lamar forced that as he got away from Granger momentarily. Johnson and another layup. It's a drill. 11-4 Indiana.
Well, in transition like that, it's just very difficult to stop penetration. I mean, Smush was back by himself, but, you just can't level people off when it's one-on-one. That amount of floor to operate with.
Not exactly the same energy the Lakers had on Saturday. As Jackson's got his second. He'll go to the bench. Second foul on Steven Jackson, and that is a huge blow for a team that's looking for sources offensively.
That'll probably bring in a guy that has been playing pretty well for them, Fred Jones, as he's taking off his warm-ups right now. So they missed Steven Jackson's offensive play as he's going to the bench with 2 fouls. He's 20 or more points in all 5 games on this trip, so he's a guy they need to really produce for them.
He had 31 and didn't even play in the third. Kobe for 3. Well, Kobe starts the game with a miss on the 3-pointer. Has a point, but 0 for 2 from the field. Screen and roll game. And O'Neal on the post-up. Comes up short. Kwame held his ground. Never left his feet until he closed and tried to make a play on the shot. Now Kwame at the opposite end of the floor against Jermaine O'Neal. Handoff for Lamar, almost off his foot. Right back to Kwame. Boy, that soft touch. He banks it home in front of the rim.
I'm glad he decided to use the backboard because that made him shoot it a little higher because Jermaine O'Neal was trying to go for the block.
That stopped 6 straight by the Pacers. 11-6. Lakers down by 5. Lakers coming in. Still a game under 500 at home. Bad Harrison is fouled. Mim will go to the bench now with 2. Lakers had their back to the play.
Well, Chris Mim turned his head completely, didn't see the basketball. On the other end, it was Kwame that sees the ball from Lamar and shoots it off the glass and gets his first deuce of the game. But now with Chris Mim picking up his second personal foul with just under 5 minutes there gone in the first quarter. That can be a problem for the Lakers in the interior.
It's going to be Bryant Cook, who was super efficient on Saturday night. One of the big reasons the Lakers did win the game over the Clippers. As Bryant Cook will take over, that'll do it for the first quarter, unfortunately, for Chris Mihm.
Well, what that does now, though, is it opens up the middle of the floor a little bit in the painted area for the slashers, Kobe, Smush, and whoever else, because Bryant Cook is a guy that will step out. And if you're to help there, he'll knock down the open shot.
Well, Harrison is averaging 3 points a game. As he misses the second, he's already got 5. Start tonight, 5 and 5 minutes of play. So the Lakers down by a half dozen, 12-6, but it is very early. Movement off the ball, Kwame. Somebody's got to make a move. Good look. Smush rejected. Danny Granger closed well. He should have gone under, protected it with the rim.
A quick jump. That really got smushed.
Anthony Johnson coming up empty. He was short on his three-point attempt. And Bryant Cook right off the bench after 16 points in 19 minutes on Saturday night with a rebound. Kobe thinking about the baseline. Splits the double. The strong right-hander from Kobe. 4-point game.
There's Kobe splitting what seemingly started out as the pick and roll, but slow in developing, and Kobe went right through the defense and gets it easy.
So you're talking about the game slow in developing?
Both.
Anthony Johnson, or make it Fred Jones, into the beautiful drop to O'Neal. And an easy two-hander. The guards breaking them down, getting it inside. Boy, shot chart, everything around the rim right now for the Indiana Pacers.
Makes the game a lot easier when you're getting shots in the paint.
Indiana scoring more points on this road trip. Kobe is grabbed before he made the pass. It'll be Fred Jones.
I talked about how Kobe was setting up for the high screen and roll, and late development, he goes right past Kwame and Harrison and just hammers one down. He's just when he senses that they're out of position, he just attacks in a hurry.
9 on the shot clock. Smushed with a teardrop. Tried to follow his own, and he did keep it alive, but it comes down to Harrison. On the run, Johnson doesn't have numbers. Odom back for the Lakers. So we're halfway through the first quarter. Lakers down by 6, 14-8. They have started the game just 3 for 10. Harrison, man, it almost appeared that Johnson would have had a better shot himself. He dished it off, though. Kobe blows by O'Neal underneath. He's grabbed on his way up by Harrison. And Kobe was caught under the cylinder. Harrison helped him out. He'll get 2 free throws when we come back.
Kobe's never caught under the cylinder.
Okay.
He would have manufactured some way to get that shot up and probably in. Timeout on the floor, 5:45 to play. The Pacers out in a hurry, but the Lakers looking to come back.
They're taking this call. You.
Well, 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Lakers trailing the Pacers by 6, 14-8. Last time the Lakers were on this floor was against the Clippers when Kobe went for 50, and that was the shot with 11 seconds left that gave him his 50th point. Proved to be just the game winner as well, even though Smush got a basket with 4 seconds left on a steal. It was that hoop that did the job. 50 for Kobe. He joins a pretty elite crowd with Lakers who have scored at 50 or more. Elgin Baylor did it only 17 times, so Kobe, you got some work to do to get to that level.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the accomplishments of Elgin Baylor for a season, Elgin holds the all-time Laker record for a 34.8 average. That's the Laker record. Right now, Kobe's at 33.7.
He won't get it.
In that neighborhood.
He won't get it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it's early.
He won't get it. I mean, I don't think if he scores 35 a game, I don't think that the Lakers will be as successful I think he needs to score, well, between 25 and 30 and have others join the fray a little bit for them to be the type of team that they hope to be.
Well, a lot of people say after watching the 2 games where Kobe didn't play that if he doesn't score that many, it may not be that good a season. That's the other side of the ledger.
Well,
that's the other argument.
Obviously, they do need him on the floor. There's no question about that. But I still think that he needs some help in the scoring department from not only one source, but 2 sources.
Sasha's in. He'll be tracking Anthony. Somebody's got to stay with Fred Jones, though. That's a smart play. Before you get close to the big man, release it, bank it. Former Oregon Duck, Fred Jones, out of Gresham, Oregon, in his 4th season. But the Pacers up by a half dozen. It's a kick. 18 left on the shot clock for the Lakers with 5:17 left in a sluggish first quarter. Lakers just 3 for 10. Indiana 7 for 11. Indiana hot out of the box, but everything right around the basket for the Pacers. Kobe trying to lose Jones. Too strong and a good close. Danny Granger, who's got some length, came over to help out. And Granger's big kick.
That caused Kobe to really hold off on the shot. He didn't shoot it exactly when he wanted to, and that little bit of pause caused him to miss.
By the way, you might want to stay with Fred Jones. What a break for the Lakers. Give him a 15-footer. Kobe sets up Bryant. Pick and pop. He doesn't need the pick. Cookie. 16-12. Lakers back within 4.
And that's what Kobe does for players like Brian Cook. Because he attracts so much attention, all you do is spot up, be ready, and be confident enough to knock it down.
Sasha trying to just pass him. Johnson enough to create a turnover. And they're going to call the reach on Kobe coming over the back of Fred Jones.
The one thing that Brian Cook can do is face up and just catch and shoot. So Kobe comes down. Just a little quick pass. He's already faced the results, just what you want.
Now, Brian Cook has been phenomenal. 68% since the 20th, and he's only had 1 game in recent weeks where he wasn't himself and hitting for a high percentage. And he was in foul trouble. He never got to the floor. Jones off the pick, doesn't capitalize. Jermaine O'Neal gave him a great pick at the high post. Now Kobe, 3-point land. He jumps it inside instead for Kwame. And Kwame doesn't get the finish. Lamar kept it alive. Kwame's got it back. Sets it up. Fresh shot clock for the Lakers. Kobe was space against Fred Jones.
No patience that time for Kwame. If he'd have been a little bit more patient, I think he'd obviously had an easier attempt.
Jeff Foster just checked in. Kobe not close on his first 3 try. And because it was kept alive, Kobe will track it down. Up and under with the left hand. How sweet was that? The scoop by Kobe, 2-point game. He's got 7 of the first 14 for the Lakers.
Well, it's all about footwork. You see how he used his feet to create that opportunity? After he picked up his dribble, nice footwork, and obviously being ambidextrous as he is, that doesn't hurt either. The left hand scoop, and all of a sudden, the Lakers only back by 2 as Kobe's showing, well, I got all the shots and some.
Going back to a matchup in the NBA Finals between these 2 franchises. Just a different look for Phil and for Kobe. The results, though, perfect for the Lakers. Shaq finishing up, and as the Lakers close it out, the celebration. As the Lakers beat the Indiana Pacers. That was the first of 3 in a row for the Lakers. Good times. And 2 great competitors. 2 great people. Magic, Larry Bird. Now, Reggie Miller, I know him a little bit, called his college career at UCLA. And a guy that 12th all time, but Indiana Pacers, it's very rare in this day and age, Stu, when one guy can spend his entire career with one franchise.
Yeah, that is very rare.
And it's such a treat when somebody can do it like Reggie did, in the manner he did it in. Good feeling. So the Lakers out of the timeout with a nice little spurt. 16-14. Jesse Cavicius in for the first time. And Granger was definitely hit. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. As he was on the run. It's just talking about Reggie Miller and what he's done and accomplished.
When I think of Reggie, obviously, he scored a ton of points as far as being scoring points all with one franchise. He's second on the all-time list. But I think of Reggie as being a guy that, when you needed a shot down the stretch, Reggie was as dangerous as they come.
And when he did it to the Knicks, that exemplified his career because on the road, it made no difference. Shooting backgrounds, forget it. Reggie could do it anywhere.
Yeah, the basket was still 10 feet and same circumference. And Reggie just didn't care where he was getting it done.
Sasha, quick catch and shoot. Not even close. Now,
you have a player running at you like that, you don't even have to shoot. Just little up fake and then go right by him.
Foul on Sasha. Puts the Lakers over the limit with 3:24 to play on the reach. And if anything, just a little arm bar. So a couple of free throws coming up for a 29-year-old rookie and a real story for the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird gave him a 3-year contract. Yes, Cavicius. And you're going to call him, I know, Sharunas the rest of the night.
His name is Sharunas.
Yeah, he's a guy that it's really interesting. And Larry Bird said, I really feel his frustration because he said, Cavicius, quoting him, because this is a players' league over in Europe, and he won 2 championships in a row for Maccabi Tel Aviv. He said, over there, they're not as good. They're individual talent, so you have to be a team. You really have to share the ball and play unselfishly. He gets 1 of 2.
He can shoot.
Yeah, he's definitely a shooter. In fact, he won with Barcelona, so he's won 3 consecutive EuroLeague titles. Now Kobe working up against Jones. Setting up. Lamar had the look, didn't want it. Shot clock coming down.
Somebody better want it.
It'll be a deep 3 for Lamar. Man, Kwame held out and off it by Harrison. So the Lakers still real struggle. 5 for 17 from the outside. 1 of 4 from three-point land. 54% for the Pacers. Fred Jones. And he gives Cavicius his first assist. I think I'll call him for this too.
Well, Cavicius he's an excellent player. I don't care what they say about him not being as skilled maybe. I mean, he understands the game.
Right. Fred Jones just got his second.
Well, Kobe has gotten 2 of their defensive guards in trouble by attacking, especially attacking in the middle. This high screen and roll, and he's going right through there. And as they reach for the ball, they're grabbing and holding, and Kobe's been the recipient of a few of those fouls.
And I'm glad I like the way you put it. They're 2 of their defensive guards, Fred Jones and Steven Jackson, because that's what Rick Carlisle preaches. You've got to play defense for them. They're 4th in the league. They keep teams at 90.6 per game. There's Steven Jackson, their second leading scorer, and he's on the bench with 2 early. Fred Jones goes to the bench with 2 early, and he averages 9 a game. They're also 4th in field goal percentage defense. Carlisle is definitely a demanding guy. So a couple of free throws for Kobe. 2016. Lakers down by only 4. Pressure in the backcourt, forcing Foster to handle it.
You got to keep Foster off the glass. He is Mr. Active around the offensive boards.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. The force inside, and Harrison almost converts.
But again, almost.
Right. Cavicius with a good entry. Now Kobe trying to beat Anthony Johnson, setting up Devin for the long deuce. Not there again for the Lakers. So the Lakers fortunate they're only down by 4. Shooting 5 for 18 after that miss.
And I would say it's because their defense has been real good, but they're allowing the Pacers 53% shooting. So, yeah, they are very fortunate to be back by only 4.
We're in the final 2 minutes. No defense again. Granger walked with the basketball. As he blew by Devin at the head of the key, there was no help sliding over.
There's no walking in basketball.
Okay.
No traveling in the NBA.
By the way, Danny Granger looks like he... Yeah, he really does. 6'9", 230, the rookie out of New Mexico. A lot of teams passed on him, and they may regret it.
He's a player.
17th overall selection. Slipped way down. Now the high post, the curl, Sasha for Kwame. Yeah, I told you, every time. You've got to find Kwame at the high post. 20 to 18.
Nice curl by Sasha, but he takes 1 dribble, pulls up instead of curling on with maybe a 2nd or 3rd dribble and getting himself to the rim.
Kwame's got 4 and a couple of boards. And Jeff Foster misses the runner. Well, Sasha tried to get in his way. It paid off.
Or tried to get out.
Kobe setting up Kwame. Kwame on the spin, held up. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Kwame with an opportunity when we come back to tie it up for the Lakers.
That's what I liked out of Kwame. Every once in a while, he catches it and really does a good job of first trying to read it as he gets his first hoop on the pass from Sasha from 15 feet. And shows some confidence from that distance, and then goes down on the box and gets fouled. So 2 free throws coming to Kwame. Not a guy that's been shooting them at a rate for the season, but starting to pick it up better.
And I was just about to say, he just hit a free throw, although he didn't have time to think about it on that little 15-footer from Sasha. This time, after a slight delay, good stroke. Yeah, encouraging signs.
That one looked really nice. Really nice.
And they had 10 and 10 in almost 40 minutes of play on Saturday night. And kept alive. Devon's after it, but it's picked up by Danny Granger. So the Lakers only down 20-19. They're 6 of 8 from free throw line. That hasn't hurt.
Good thing that there was some poor field vision by Sasha that time, or he would have gotten leveled by a Foster pick.
Jermaine O'Neal, great range for his size, but that time was a wedge shot. Way short. Kobe looked at Kwame. That wasn't available. In the bank. Money in the bank. The Lakers get their first lead of the game, 21-20, thanks to a 7-0 run.
Well, Kobe Bryant triggering it all there and just really worked over Johnson that time.
Foster grabbed to go to the line. Kwame's got the foul, and that is his second. So Chris Mims got 2, Kwame Brown's got 2, and there's trouble.
And again, it's happening because of dribble penetration. Chris Mims sitting over there because he picked up a foul or 2 in that manner. So you have to, as best as you can, and it's impossible to eliminate it completely. But from a defensive guard standpoint, you've got to try to level people off a little bit better. East and west, not north and south.
Jeff Foster, Madison High School in San Antonio. Turns 29 in about 10 days. Kwame will sit down, trying to avoid his third before the end of the quarter with 31.8 to play. And Luke Walton in for the first time as Foster gets the first of 2. Foster had 12 offensive rebounds in the game last year. That was the best in the NBA. He missed the first 15 games, make it 16 games this year, because this is his 15th back with an Achilles strain. So he's an active guy downstairs for them. They have to have him to be successful. He does the dirty work for them. And he gives them the 22-21 lead.
You know, one of those players that doesn't require scoring to give you the effort, you know, and you can have 3 scorers on the floor at the same time. It's ideal. 2 is not enough, and 4 is too many.
Kobe with the deep 3, strokes it home. So Kobe puts the Lakers back up by a couple. How about 14 in the first quarter for Kobe? He started slowly. He's picked it up 4 of 8 now.
14, that's a bad quarter for him.
Today's Granger lost it. Luke got over in time. Cook won't release it in time. And the Lakers go to the break in a good spot. They didn't shoot well, Stu, 38%, but lead by 2.
Well, they've got Kobe Bryant with 14. Some of the reasons why they do lead at the end of the break, and they also used a little bit of a run to close the quarter. 10-2 in favor of the Lakers. So they've recovered it. Head into the second quarter with a 2-point advantage. Now the key is, does Kobe come out to start the second? Or do we rely on somebody else?
First quarter numbers as we welcome you back to Staples Center. Lakers finished at 38%. Indiana was red hot to start, but they finished 2 for 7 to close the quarter at 47%. So the Lakers definitely picked up the pace, and fortunately Kobe came alive after a slow beginning like the rest of his teammates. Kobe, he was phenomenal over the second 6 minutes. In fact, he's got 14 of the 24.
Well, Saturday against the Clippers, he had a slow first half, making only 2 of 12, but said he talked to himself at halftime and convinced himself that he was a better player than that, or a better shooter, I guess. And he came out and torched the Clips in the second half, scoring 40 on 15 of 29.
And by the way, Stu, I want to pass along some condolences. A friend of mine I just learned passed away, and a friend of a lot of us in Southern California. He was a wide receiver for the Rams for a decade. 65-75, played for the Rams, 5th on their all-time receiving list in catches and touchdown passes. Now that is a great friend, and I did his first games. We were on the road together back in the mid-'80s. Jack Snow, and I talked to his partner earlier in the week, and it looked like Jack was turning the corner just a few days ago. But we've all lost a great friend, Jack Snow, at the age of 62, and our condolences to his daughter, Stephanie, and his son, JT. Sad day.
Very sad indeed.
Push for 3. Man, an air ball starts it off in the second quarter for the Lakers. Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound, so the Lakers up by a couple, 24-22.
Well, Kobe's getting a rest now. That's why I talked about at the end of the quarter who was going to pick it up for the Lakers.
Foster kept it alive. Jackson, that's his game. You better stay out there as Lamar has Foster trying to bang it around. And Foster, well, he had the foul over the back of Lamar, but the call on the second one on Smush. So it evens out.
You can't blame Foster for that foul then. He said, hey, they didn't call the first one. Maybe they're going to let me get away with 1, 2, possibly 3 on this one.
Yeah, he's such a hard worker. He's got the reputation that when you have that kind of rep, they let some things go. There's no doubt. They know you're going to work your tail off inside. So the Lakers get it back. Both teams miss on their first opportunity. So Indiana now 1 for the last 8. Chris Mill tries to make up for lost time. He sat down 4.5 minutes into the game, and he gets his first basket. So the Lakers with their biggest lead at 26-22, up by 4.
In that first quarter, they really emphasized too much dribble penetration. It's the fact that the Pacers had 7 assists on 8 baskets, all because of dribble penetration.
What a break for the Lakers. Smush left his man. Jermaine O'Neal with a great pass, but Johnson didn't collect. And now O'Neal takes it away. Well, Chris didn't keep his leverage. He was off balance. Didn't bring it in.
And not only that, I think sometimes the passer has to be to blame. You know, you see where that defender is. You're the decision maker whether you're going to pass it or not.
This time jump by Foster. Great close, Lamar Odom, on the help defense. Sasha almost walked. Instead, Lamar is blocked away. He couldn't get it in the reverse. Somebody's got to stop the ball. Instead, it'll be Steven Jackson teeing it up. And the Lakers are burned in the transition. Well, 16 fast break points last night for the Indiana Pacers. That was a season high. And they get a triple there.
You see, Sasha came down, stopped at the free throw line, textbook, but wasn't stopping to be aggressive to shoot.
Lamar held up and on its way down. O'Neal got it. The goaltending call puts the Lakers back up by 3, 28-25. So Lamar is on the board on his 4th try.
Well, the secondary defender that time, Jermaine O'Neal, called for the goaltend. And it seemed like it was a good call. The ball was on its, starting its downward flight.
The Lakers, let's see if they can get some stops. Pacers have been their own worst enemy. They've had some good looks. Man has to stay away from the 3rd foul. And what a drop step to the left hand. What a player. Jermaine O'Neal with the bucket. He's got 6. He's world class.
That's a nice read by Jermaine. Mim all over the right shoulder, and you put the ball in the other hand.
Now Mim trying to answer over O'Neal. Too strong. Man, picked up by Jeff Foster, what he does best. So the Lakers by a point, 28-27. Almost 3 minutes in. The deflection. The Lakers read it. Now Lamar on the weave. Well, they didn't have a lot of spacing on that break, did they?
You have 2 players running in the exact same lane in transition. That's always bad news.
That was Mim and Sasha on the same side of the floor. He is being held up by Jermaine O'Neal, who's called for the foul. So O'Neal gets his first.
Well, we'll have a timeout here as Chris Mim heads to the bench, and the Lakers, they need to talk it over just a bit. They haven't really hit any kind of a stride yet, but still, they're leading the Pacers by 1.
Laker basketball on FSN West is brought to you by the official airlines of the NBA, Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. And by Pepsi, it's the Cola. Welcome back once again to Southern California. Joel Myers along with Stu Lance. And the Lakers cling to a 1-point lead with a timeout on the floor at 8:50 left in the half. Foul on O'Neal when we broke away, as the Lakers will have it at the offensive end. And don't forget, right after the game, from courtside, it's going to be the Southern California Sports Report with Billy McDonald, Jack Haley, joined by Michael Eaves. Also, Lindsey Soto with us tonight. Stu and I will stick around with the guys, Lindsey included. And we will have post-game coverage right here at Staples Center. So stay with us for the Southern California Sports Report.
Well, a short rest for Kobe as he's back on the floor.
Good.
At the 8:50.
Real good.
At the 8:50
I approve.
Man, you want to wear the guy out?
Hey, he's already, right now he's 6th in the league and 5th in the league in minutes, 40 a game. But they are such a different team with him on the floor. There is just night and day, as we all know, in Southern California. Kobe probing, looking, and Chris Mim's available.
Travel.
Yeah. Before he put it to the floor, up against Foster. He's in the paint. Yeah. Right. You can't have that kind of indecision once you get in the paint. Another turnover for the Lakers. That is their 3rd.
Well, Foster's a good position defender, and he's quick off his feet, so he really confused Chris as to what offensive move he wanted to make there.
Now Steven Jackson, you better close on him because he's got a good quick release. Devin did get out there, but O'Neal is backing in Mim, who's got his third foul. So Chris Mim, most likely sitting down. Yes, Kwame up in a hurry. He was like a pogo stick off the bench that time.
Phil Jackson didn't hesitate to that time as the foul was called, and even before the referee had showed the scores table the numbers as to who the foul was on, he already had Kwame up.
That is the first team foul on the Lakers, the third on Chris Mims. So Chris is going to finish the half with 8 minutes on the floor. And that earns only a couple of points, a couple of boards.
And he's one of those players that really needs minutes to get into any kind of...
Right.
When he's in and out like minutes, it's very difficult for him to be very productive.
He did a good job on Saturday night staying out there for 34 minutes. He had 14 points and 10 rebounds, but a different story. So he'll be well rested. We know that for the start of the second half.
Yeah, but he'll start the third quarter with 3. So, you know, in the back of his mind, he knows as soon as I pick up that fourth, I'm history.
And he's trying to defend an all-star in Jermaine O'Neal. So there's going to be those isolation plays like we just saw. 29-28 as O'Neal got both. And Jermaine up to 8-5 early. Devin George trying to give the Lakers the lead. Well, don't fall in love with the 3. And the Lakers right now 2 of 7 from three-point land. Cavish hit by Lamar on the close. He's going to get 3 free throws.
Wow.
Well, we told you it was a real strong start for the Pacers and a slow beginning for the Lakers, and it continues.
Well, when you're rushing at a shooter, you have to go by his shooting hand. He's a guy that puts it in the right, and as Lamar was going by, they said that he got contact with him. I know he didn't hit him on his shooting arm, as they indicated. And nevertheless, Sarunas will be shooting 3. Take a nap.
Yeah, a 29-year-old rookie that we were just talking about. He did play his college ball at Maryland. He goes at 6'4", 200 pounds, native of Lithuania. And as you mentioned earlier, the guy can shoot. That's one thing he brings over. 31-28. Pacers 10 of 13 at the free throw line. It'll be 11 of 14 in just a moment. And now a 10-2 run for Indiana as they lead by 4, 32-28. Lakers need to get together in their half-court sets. There's not been that many touches. Smushed on the curl off the rub. And doesn't get the roll, but it's tapped out to Foster. It's going to be a reach on Smush. That'll prevent the break. And for the Lakers, it's going to be their third team foul. First on Smush.
Lakers just need to reach down and decide, look, this is what we need to do on the defensive end. It'll free up our offense a little bit.
Is there enough energy right now at either end? Fred Jones setting up O'Neal against Lamar Odom. Want to try to back him down. Goes to the baseline. And a break for the Lakers again as Kwame boxed out Foster. That did everything but go down. Kobe, can he get a third foul on Steven Jackson? Waits for the pick from Lamar. Now he's got five. Read up, it's Lamar. A deep 3. Nope, won't work. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. And the Lakers still only 34%. Jackson won't get it. It's going to be Devin George. So Steven Jackson hot, 5 of 6 on his 3-point attempts. Last night in Sacramento, as we mentioned, 31 points in only 3 quarters of play.
I don't like that shot.
No.
I mean, when you're coming down in transition and you take a 3, you can get a 3 anytime.
Lamar used the pick as a decoy.
Anytime you want a 3, you can get that. It's trying to work for shots that Lamar just got that become the problem. And if you can't get those, then you settle for the 3.
It's going to be a timeout once they get it across the timeline. Carlisle didn't like that, but at least for the Lakers, it stopped a 10-2 run for Indiana. Real strange beginning to this one.
The Lakers need to use their defense to stop these runs, and they're not doing that as much as they should, obviously, as Lamar to the baseline, the easiest hoop he's had in quite some time as Jeff Foster took a nap.
An hot start for both these teams offensively in the second quarter. Lakers 2 for 8. The Lakers actually 3 for 9. Pacers 2 for 8. So combined 5 for 17. And that's why we were talking about the energy. It's not there right now for either side. Sacramento was the site last night for the Indiana Pacers, so they're on the second of a back-to-back, but the Lakers did have the day off, and it's not been a lot of fun for the Sacramento Kings when they come to Southern California. The Lakers have taken 9 straight from Indiana. In fact, we've got 9 straight, but they did win here in the strike shortened season. And now it's going to be a 3-second violation defensively for the Lakers. So a defensive technical coming up.
Well, they can ill afford those.
Okay, and that includes playoffs. And that's their last win here came in the strike shortened season of '99. The 9 straight included the postseason of 2000. But they're only, since they moved from the ABA to the NBA, they are 4-28 in LA. Not real strong.
Well, they're trying to put an end to that tonight, and if the Lakers don't improve their overall play, that's going to happen. They being the Lakers, are really not in any kind of a system or a groove that complements their system.
Devin blocking Steven Jackson. Bodied him up first. Got there in time. There's the stop. How about the finish? Kobe comes up a little bit short, but Kwame's there again. Kobe in that elbow position. Now spins away. Bank. Again, a little bit too strong. Kept alive, and Devin almost came away with it. Good effort that time by Devin George. Jackson lost it. Devin picked his pocket. Now the Lakers with the numbers. Smush, backdoor lob, deflected. Kobe will keep it though. Van Kobe in the paint. Gets the roll. Lakers down by only 1. Kobe, his first point of the quarter. He's got 16.
Well, Steven Jackson tried a crossover. That's the most dangerous dribble in basketball. And he tried it a little too late and just picked up a technical as he complains to one of the officials. So Kobe will go down and shoot the tee.
And Steven, a good kid, as we all know, can be a loose cannon.
To try a crossover, you have to know when to do it. You have to keep the ball nice and low, and it has to be a very quick move. That was a slow move, and Devin was able to get his hand on it.
So Kobe to tie it. And no legs in that one. That was real short for Kobe, as he's now 5 of 7 at the free throw line.
Steven Jackson still yelling at the officials. He already has that one now, and he has to be careful. If he wants to help his team, he's going to have to sit down because they'll give him the second one, and he'll be in the shower. You can't help your team from in there.
Now, he had a great night last night, and he was trying to feed off that, but he's only 1 for 5. He was 10 of 18 last night, and I mentioned 5 of 6 from three-point land. So Steven from Port Arthur, Texas, sits down in his 6th year. O'Neal against Brown. Kwame staying on the strong side. Good stop. This time jump. And Kobe gets the loose ball away from Granger. And it's going to be over and back. Another turnover for the Lakers. Now, the Lakers did a great job against the Clippers. In fact, Kobe putting up those crazy numbers. Kobe had no turnovers in that game. Well, actually he had 3. He had no turnovers in the second half. 3 overall. 50 points on Saturday night.
Well, he just got a turnover there. The ball went off of his heel.
And O'Neal away from Kwame, who's already got 2 fouls, so you don't want to pick up a 3rd. So over the top they go. Too easy. Now, we talked about it in the first quarter. If you looked at a shot chart, so many layups. And that was a 2-hander by Jermaine O'Neal for the Indiana Pacers. 35-32. Lamar wants to post up the Rook. Goes hard. And was it on its way down? Yes, count it. Foul on Granger. Lamar goes to the line trying to tie things up.
They're calling goaltending on Jermaine O'Neal, and Jermaine cannot believe it. He says, that thing barely left his hand, and I got it.
So you got a legitimate gripe?
Lamar really does a good job of attacking this time and gets that left-hand shot up there, and very close call.
Right.
That's one of the closest calls, or the toughest calls for officials. A charge block or goaltending.
That angle, it looked like it had just started down. The first angle we saw, it was 50-50 either way.
And we have the benefit of different angles. The officials don't have the same luxury.
Now to tie things up. Lakers are real fortunate, shooting 37%, but the Pacers down to 39%. It's even at 35 with 4:40 left in the half. Jasikavic. Pick and roll. Kwame recovering, helping out. Staying. Now he's got to get back to O'Neal. Lamar rotated over. Anthony Johnson up against Kobe, and he will get the roll. He's kind of a round-shouldered, he pulled his way in kind of guy to begin with. Now Kobe on the stutter step right by him, and he's blocked by O'Neal. Kwame on the foul. It'll be Lamar on the finish, and they wipe it off. Loose ball foul.
On a foul on Kwame on the shot.
So an offensive foul instead. They said a clear out by Kwame.
Kobe gets his attempt blocked by Jermaine O'Neal, but the Lakers are there to clean it up. And he calls an offensive foul on that one.
He had his hand in his pocket.
Man.
Andrew Bynum's going to come in. Kwame gets his third foul. His hand was actually at his side.
I mean, it was like he was trying to hold on to his wallet. That was a strange offensive foul call.
A lot of whistles early tonight. 37-35. Bynum trying to take it O'Neal, and he fouls him from behind. Don't give it to Lamar, whatever you do.
The foul that they called on Kwame, they said he used his left arm to shield, fend off the defender. He gets the ball, goes up, left arm. That angle, I can see where he possibly would have thought that he pushed it out there. But, you know, when you go up to shoot, I don't know what you're supposed to do with your off arm. You know, strap it to your side, I guess, to keep it out of the way.
On that angle, you could see O'Neal was not impacted by it at all. It's not like he went backwards as O'Neal gets the first two. And on the second look, that's what I wanted to see, whether he moved away on the supposed clear out. Takes a lot more to move Jermaine O'Neal. 38-35. O'Neal, his first start since coming back. He had missed 3 games with a combination like a walking pneumonia flu. Man, what a great stroke for a guy his size. He's got a dozen. All 4 have been hit at the free throw line.
The Lakers have 4 minutes or so before the half, down by 4. They need to really think about how they're going to finish this half.
Kobe, will they go over Fred Jones? Well, he got Fred Jones to fall down on his wallet. Well, not a bad stop.
That's not the embarrassing thing, obviously. It is a little bit embarrassing. but what adds it is when the player scores. Right. I mean, when he knocks you down like that, and then he scores, that's ugly.
Fred Jones all the way to the rack and the easy tip in, but will it be in the cylinder? Yes. It'll be offensive interference. It won't count. So the Lakers dodge one there. 39-37.
Right.
Only down by 2. We've seen a little bit of everything, haven't we?
And you're going to see a little bit more before this game is over. As Phil Jackson says, let's talk this thing over. Trailing by 2, 3 minutes and 25 to play. And the Lakers are trying to just find themselves. And Fred Jones is trying to find himself after the move by Kobe. Up fake and oops, a little shake and oops, stop. Where you going, Fred? Slide, you're safe. And Kobe says, thank you. Lakers trail by 2, 39-37 with 3:25 to go in the first half. And apologies to Fred Jones. I guess I'd fall too if someone stepped on my foot, push me back, and then step on my foot and then pull back yourself. Kobe says, well, it's easy if they're going to let me get away with this. My bad, Fred. Not your fault. They got away with one.
Yeah, we had to go to about our 4th angle, 5th replay. Finally found it.
It just seemed like, from this vantage point, that the way he went down, that possibly Kobe had stepped on his foot. That's why we had to go to 4 or 5 different angles to find it. But our crack crew, right on the spot.
39-37 Pacers. Bynum up against Foster. The hook. Yes! There you go. I told you to feed the post while we were away. It's tied at 39.
And he got away with the travel. When he caught the ball, he did the bunny hop before he put the ball on the floor. A lot of post players do that. They have a terrible time trying to teach them to keep their feet.
Dribble penetration. Bynum with the block. And they will call the foul. Well, it was clean up top, but they're saying somebody got him on the hip.
I want to know who that somebody is. Devin? Yeah.
And
Devin George, they're calling the foul on, but Andrew Bynum goes up and swats that one. And that's what the 7-footer likes to do. Wow, that's a tough one.
A lot of whistles in the first half. Both teams at the free throw line a ton. 14 of 17 for the Pacers, 7 of 10 for the Lakers. Lakers also have a delay of game as Fred Jones gets the first of 2.
Andrew Bynum's showing a presence in the post, catches the ball and does that quick little pop before he puts it on the floor, but the official says, Andrew, you're a rookie. We're going to let you get away with that one. Just one. Do it again, we're going to whistle.
Well, if Gordon Jurczyk can take 2 steps in and then a jump stop.
Come on.
Okay. 41-39.
We can't go back to last decade.
Why not? Lamar, he walked, he changed his pivot foot. There was no doubt about that. And O'Neal gets the rebound. Lakers got to hustle back.
Somebody better get your man.
Nobody stopped the ball. Easy one. Nobody accounted for O'Neal. 43-39. Again, points in transition.
That
has break point.
That happened when Lamar failed.
Kobe getting to Bynum, and it's going to be a block, and you can count it. Foster was in the restraining arc. Kobe going to the kid.
Well, pick and roll type play. And Andrew was right there, big target, made himself available, and Jeff Foster trying to take the charge completely under the basket, well inside the restricted area. So they call the block, continuation, 3-point opportunity coming for Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, he never moved. He kept the pivot foot, then spun. And he goes to the line looking for the 3-point play. So what a beginning for Andrew Bynum. He's hit both his shots inside. And now to the free throw line. Lakers draw within 1. 2 1/4 left. Too much to ask. But Bynum gets it as his body balled out.
And does the right thing. As soon as it touches his hands out there, he gives it to a guard.
Kobe, long 2. It's all even at 43. Kobe at 20.
That's all?
He's 7 of 14 from the field. Boy, you ask a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he gives me a lot. He doesn't want me to ask a lot. Don't give me so much.
He doubled his output in the first half of the Clipper game.
Is he going to double it in the second?
Why not? Now O'Neal, nobody there. And doesn't get the roll. Bynum stayed right in front of the rim. Smush on the push. Kobe, baseline. No, he'll go the other way against Anthony Johnson, the runner. It'll be plucked down by O'Neal. Both teams looking for anything in the transition because it's tied at 43. 90 seconds left in the half. Don't leave that guy on the perimeter. That's a break for the Lakers. Savage is missing the 3 as Kobe looks inside. Sharing it, Devin, and held up by Johnson. That is the 15th foul. Lakers get 2 free throws. Look for the lead with Devin going to the stripe.
Well, Devin hasn't been to the stripe yet in this game, so let's see what he does as the Lakers are, again, not shooting very effectively from there. 7 of 11, that's only 64%. Got to get a higher percentage at the charity stripe.
We'll join Billy McDonald, Jack Haley, Jack in the Box halftime report. Can't wait to hear what they have to say about this beauty. Minute 21 left in the first 24 minutes of play. Well, the Lakers at 40% have 10 more tries at the offensive end. Now, more free throws, of course, for the Indiana Pacers. So that accounts for, to a certain extent, as the Lakers get the first free throw. But also, the Lakers out-rebounding the Pacers.
Well, the Pacers take a 20-second timeout. Minute 21 to play in the first half, and maybe the second half will be to your liking.
Devin George has just given the Lakers a 1-point lead. Now the second free throw is the Lakers with a minute 21 to play in the half, trying to get back to the 500 mark at home at 8-8, and Devin comes through. 45-43 Lakers. And actually, is it tied at 44? No, it's 45-43. Scoreboard's wrong here. Now it's 45. We get it straight as well. And it is been that kind of start. O'Neal up against Bynum, blocked by Andrew, but the foul is called on Andrew.
That's not a bad recovery, though, by Andrew, because the first step by Jermaine O'Neal really was good. Got past Andrew, but he didn't really quit on it. He really recovered and makes a nice attempt at making defensive play.
And already a veteran with his appeal.
If you put on the sneakers, you know how to appeal with the officials. They do that in grade school.
Now, talk about the decline of a franchise. Did it coincide with the trade of Jermaine O'Neal leaving Portland for Indiana? Well, the first 4 years, as he was a former first-round pick there right out of high school in Columbia, South Carolina. But 17th overall, and you look at 6 years with Indiana, and way he's developed as a player and as a person. That was a great interview on the pregame show tonight with Mike Williams. That stops a 6-0 run. 16 for Jermaine O'Neal.
People still have to remember he was a high schooler coming into this league, and it's just not an easy transition for the majority.
We've seen it so frequently in this league. And Smush off the pick. 6 in the shot clock. Got to make a decision.
Shoot the ball.
Yeah, it'll be Lamar, a percentage buster. And he almost got it as Kobe was shoved underneath the basket. Fred Jones got away with one. Now 2 for 1 for the Indiana Pacers as they reverse it to Anthony Johnson. And Andrew Bynum comes away with it.
And running the floor.
He wants it. Lamar thought about it, too. He did a good job in the transition to get down there. He beat O'Neal. Kobe off the screen and roll. There's Bynum. He's available. And the finish. Off balance. It doesn't make any difference. Bynum, the story of the first half, was 6 in 4 minutes of play. And growing and gaining confidence in his teammates as well.
Well, the only way he can do that is by being on the floor.
Right.
I mean, as a youngster, he's going to make mistakes. You know that going in, you have to learn to live with some of it.
Johnson with a tie. And the Lakers will go to the break, leading by 2 at the half.
Well, it wasn't a pretty first half of basketball.
Glad you agree now.
But the Lakers go to the halftime with a 2-point advantage. And big surprise for the Lakers off the bench is Andrew Bynum. Came into the game due to some foul difficulties, and he's responded. Lakers closed the final 2:25 on an 8-2 run, and they're happy with his play.
So we'll come right back. Get ready. The Jack in the Box halftime report. Billy McDonald, Jack Haley coming up next with the Lakers leading by 2.
We've got more hoops coming up tomorrow night on NBA TV. Live action available in high definition, 8:30 p.m. The raging New Jersey Nets and Vince Carter in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Nets looking for their 11th in a row, but this is a tall task. Vince Carter coming off the 42-point effort on Sunday in Toronto and nailing the three-pointer with 1/10 of a second remaining. 8:30 tomorrow, good one. Hot Nets, always tough Spurs at home right here on NBA TV. 47-45, the game tonight. Lakers leading the Pacers. Here's a look at their halftime numbers. Kobe Bryant, who's been on a tear, has 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Bynum's got 6 points, played very well in the limited time he got out there. He also has 3 rebounds. Jermaine O'Neal, 16 points to lead the Pacers. He also has 7 boards. And check out the numbers on Kobe Bryant tonight. 7 of 15 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, and he's got 5 boards. Kobe has been averaging 47.7 points per game over the last 3. He now has 49 career 40-point games and 7 career 50-point games. He comes off the 50-point explosion against the Clippers. He was 17 of 41 in that ball game. Tonight he's only taken 15 shots, so he's been a little bit quiet this evening. Lakers looking to go 2 games over 500. They have struggled at home this year, only 7-8. And if they're going to be a playoff team, they need to improve on that number. Meanwhile, the Pacers, who are usually one of the better teams in the NBA on the road, 8-9 on the road this year, looking to get back to the 500 mark. Indiana is 18-13, and they are a team that's been beset by turmoil and injuries for much of the first part of the season. In the first half, Jermaine O'Neal looking good with 16 points. Remember, O'Neal missed 3 ball games with pneumonia before coming back in his last game off the bench with 12 points against Sacramento in Indiana's victory, 108-83. So a pretty good ball game thus far, pretty close thus far. Biggest lead in the game, 7 points. That was by the Pacers. Staples Center is the scene. Joel Myers, one of the best in the business, along with Stu Lance, ready to call the action of the second half of tonight's game. Enjoy the action, everyone, from Staples Center. We'll see you later.
On Saturday night, in fact, they won the battle of the boards against the Clippers, 41-36, and 15 of their 41 came at the offensive end as they outscored the Clips 21-12 in second chance opportunities. So the Lakers 7-0 on the offensive glass so far. And Kobe, the last 4 games, well, the last 3, he's already joined an elite company of 6 with 45 plus or more. So now he's at 20. Will he get above 45 for the 4th consecutive time? An amazing talent. We are spoiled, and we've talked about it before. I told him before the game I was just sick. I missed the game Saturday night. Sat in my room and watched one of the websites that did play-by-play, read it, while my sons were calling me going crazy.
He's just an amazing talent.
Yes.
It's rare that you get a player that is that complete throughout the game of basketball. That's why when I'm asked to rate players, there are so many different facets that go into making a player. You just can't go by scoring or defense. There are so many different elements. And if you grade Kobe, he's going to grade very, very high.
So a 2-point lead for the Lakers as we start the second half. Now on the high screen, a roll, Smush leading it off. Him was not available. Kobe coming deep into the shot clock. Lamar, boy, he caught it a lot deep into the shot clock. First half, second half, doesn't get it. It's flat. Man, it's going to be Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound. So Lamar 3 of 10.
One of the problems the Lakers are going to face, if they keep running their offense, then getting the ball to Kobe late, they're doubling Kobe. Then when he gets rid of it, there's not a lot of time for others to create shots.
Steven Jackson. That was a set. And
that's what he shoots.
Yeah, his set shot. And he never really got off the ground. Kobe around Jackson. On the follow-up, it's an air ball. 47-45. Empty for both teams to start the second half.
The crowd can't even get into this game.
No, I mean, there's not a lot of energy right now in the building. And we talked about that in the first half. Granger on the jab. Man, Kobe will snatch it away from Donald Harrison.
This is where Smush should spot up.
And he does. Trailing the play. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Anthony Johnson. So the Lakers looking for their first points of the third quarter. And believe it or not, they're now out shooting the Pacers 39% to 36%. Wouldn't believe that the way the Pacers played in the first quarter.
See, now look how long the Lakers are getting going here.
Kwame working against O'Neal. Beautiful move with the left hand, no less. Kwame.
I want to see that one again, Kwame. I don't believe you did that. So go down and do it again.
There's disbelief all over the place, not just with you.
That was nice. That was really nice. I've seen him do it in practice, but I've never seen it, obviously, game time.
He's got game. Going to get there on a consistent basis. And the charge as he gets there and beats O'Neal to the spot. So back-to-back plays by Kwame.
And in both plays, it's about his footwork. Offensively, he did a good job of moving his feet. And defensively, was even better. Good job, kept the pivot down with the left hand. Nice job of moving your feet. Then on the other end, move your feet, get in a position, draw the offensive foul.
Jermaine O'Neal picks up his second foul. Lakers looking for the biggest lead of the game. They're up by 4, almost taken away on an errant pass by Kwame. Leaving it off Smush. Great look from Kobe. Comes through. Lakers with their biggest lead at 7, 52-45.
There it is. Just spot up. Kobe's going to dribble through some defenders and draw that second or third. Be ready to catch, be ready to shoot.
So now a real important trip for the Indiana Pacers. The Lakers continue to get stops on the pick and roll. You got to stop O'Neal. And Chris Mihm got the block. Came over, rotated, helped out. Kobe waits for the pick, weaves his way, and it's read perfectly by Anthony Johnson. On the takeaway, went the wrong man. Lamar got the block, and it's going to be Danny Granger going to the line. I think they wanted to go to Steven Jackson.
Well, again, you had two guys running in the same lane. But the defensive play that Chris Mim made, Jermaine O'Neal high up there trying to throw one down, and Chris meets him at the top. Nothing but ball there. Sends it back the other way in a sense, and the Lakers go down in transition.
So many guys put it up with one hand, show it early, and not maybe it's the lost art of going strong with two hands to the rim.
Well, I guess they feel that they're going to be able to just out-jump that particular player at that time, and there are opportunities for the defense to make that kind of play. It's not made that often, but when it is made, it's a good play.
Danny Granger gets the first, nails the second. All three of his points at the line in 18 minutes with 3 boards. So the Lakers by 5, 52-47, almost 3 minutes into the third quarter.
See, to start the third, they have Kobe Moore as the facilitator now. He's the one bringing it down, starting the offense.
Working on the isolation against Steven Jackson with the fall away. This is a beauty. First one didn't get there. Didn't make a mistake with that one. 54-47 as Kobe's got 22. Yeah, they consistently get stops. Pick and roll. Harrison. How big was that right hand? A haymaker on the slam. 54-49. David Harrison, big guy, almost a 300-pounder out of Colorado at 7 even.
Well, pick and roll, you got to slide over a little bit sooner if you're going to be the help man. They didn't slide at all. What a flush job.
Jackson holding up Kobe. He's got his 4th foul. And make it the 3rd, actually, on Steven Jackson.
Well, all teams run pick and roll. I mean, it's a hard play to defend if you execute it. And Steven Jackson and Harrison, they executed him. Kwame, underneath all of that, lucky he didn't get a blocking foul on that play.
He was inside the restraining arc when he came over. Off the Mims screen, smush. Lamar on the penetration. And it's going to be a charge. O'Neal was waiting for him.
Can't outguess yourself. A lot of times when you're going into the paint and there's bigs back there, you just assume that they're going to try to block the shot, so you try to jump into them. You have to wait until they commit, otherwise you're going to have to start sliding. Jermaine slides over, draws the contact, draws the foul.
So Lamar's got his 3rd foul. 3 starters with 3 fouls apiece. Kwame, Lamar, and Chris Mims. And it'll be the 4th on Chris Mims.
Well,
again, as Jermaine O'Neal goes to the line.
Suicide play there by Kwame. He goes for a steal almost at the low post area. When you miss the steal there, you're really putting your team at a disadvantage. And Chris tries to come over and make the play, picks up the foul. Now Chris Mim is the guy that's going to have to go to the bench.
So Brian Cook will check in. And very few minutes tonight for Chris Mim. At least 2, if not 3 of his 4 have come on his rotation to help out a beaten teammate.
Yeah, that happens a lot with the bigs, and that's why it's so important to get your rotations efficiently and to get your guards to try to help or try to stop so much dribble penetration.
Well, 21 of 24 at the free throw line for the Indiana Pacers as O'Neal's got 17. He's 7 of 7 there. 9 of 13 for the Lakers. Harrison heads over to the bench. Jeff Foster in.
As soon as they brought in Brian Cook, Rick Carlisle said, I got to try to match up there. I don't want Harrison trying to chase Brian Cook, so he goes to Jeff Foster.
Now, Cook hit his only shot he tried in the first half. Let's see if he's a pick and pop guy. A little bit more often, get some touches in the second half. O'Neal's got 18, and the lead that was 7 is down to 3. 54-51 Lakers. Almost 4 minutes into the third. Kobe leaving Jackson. And grabbed by Jackson.
What a dumb play that was.
Because Kobe had already given up the dribble.
He gave the head fake. He didn't even jump on the play, so that's where you've got him. You just stay down. He stayed down, but he reached in with that left arm and picks up the foul. Head fake, he stays down. Well, he was a little bit out of position with the fake, so maybe he was using the left arm just to hold his balance.
So Steven Jackson down, and Kobe's up as Fred Jones checked in. Welcome to the club. 57-51. Kobe's got 25.
Fred's seen that before, so I'm sure he'll see it again.
Jones with Kobe at the other end. Hedging out of the pick. He's got O'Neal now. Going away from the pick. Good ball movement by the Indiana Pacers. And O'Neal's going to give him a second chance opportunity after the walk. Opposite side, Danny Granger, and a loose ball foul. No, a foul on the floor against the Lakers. Yes, it'll be, I believe, on Bryant Cook.
Well, a lot of activity that time by the Lakers, but they didn't really jump after the activity, and that's why the offensive rebound was pulled down.
That's already the 13th foul, so only one foul to give for the Lakers, and we still have better than 7 minutes left.
Well, they know how much you like to watch them shoot free throws.
You live for the moment. Johnson, layup drill.
I just don't believe you can double team off of a cutter. I mean, I've always been a believer that that's hard to do.
And recover. Kobe.
You don't give your teammate time to get over there.
Pick and pop. Bryant Cook couldn't get it that time. Kwame deflected it, but it's picked up by Jeff Foster. 57-53. Lakers finally 4. Fred Jones trying to find a crease inside. He'll set it up and wait for Jermaine O'Neal. Key component. He'll share it with Danny Granger. And he is rewarded. Granger with the triple. A 6'9" guy that can shoot out of New Mexico.
Well, that 7-point lead the Lakers enjoyed a minute ago, it didn't last very long, did it?
No. Too many empty trips for the Lakers. 6.5 left in the third. Smush with space. And one was real short. He wasn't going after it. He wanted to make sure Johnson didn't get the other end. Johnson out of control, but he found a man. Granger back to back. No. Now who's going to chase it down? Lakers, I don't want it. You take it. Kobe will. That's different.
You see on Smush's three-point attempt where his momentum was going backwards. You want your momentum going forward on your shot, if anything.
Now Kobe, after that miss, now 9 of 19, but he's the only Laker in double figures with 25. Pacers look to regain the lead. Look for the first lead in the second half. They led by as many as 7 in the first half. Johnson up against Smush. Setting up Fred Jones. And Smush will get this one.
At this point, both teams should probably abandon the three-point shot.
Well, Lakers 4 of 14 and now 2 of 9 for the Indiana Pacers after that miss. Kwame. A shade on the double, which is interesting. On the high and low, it's Bryant Cook looking at Kwame. Bryant Cook. And that wasn't the first option. So the Lakers, again, with a low percentage trip. They lead by 1, 57-56. They haven't given the crowd any kind of real runs, have they? Jermaine O'Neal up against Kwame. Kwame didn't fight on the jab step, but O'Neal gets it on the baseline fall away. 58-57, 11-3 run for the Pacers, and they've got the lead again.
And they're riding the shoulders of their guy, Jermaine O'Neal, back from a 7-point deficit. At the 4:57 mark, they go to the bench, leading by 1.
Inside of 5 to play in the third, and a sluggish one for the Lakers over the last 3 minutes, in fact. They're down after leading by 7, trailing 58-57 to the Indiana Pacers, who once again, for the 15th straight game, are playing without Ron Artest. They're 8-6 over the previous 14. Former NBA Defensive Player of the Year demanded the trade, and, well, they went to bat for Ron Artest big time. And Larry Bird and Donnie Walsh, their 2 executives, felt, well, yeah, this is it. If he wants to trade, enough is enough. And there are plenty of interested parties.
Yeah, interested parties, but at the same time, you know, the Pacers, how do they get anything close to value for him? He's one of the top players in this league. But salary-wise, he doesn't make that much. Or I shouldn't even say that. In basketball money.
Right, you're right, though. He makes $7 million. And in comparison for what other guys are getting in this day and age, you're absolutely right.
And players of his caliber, ability-wise, are making 12-14 million per.
He is a player of value. Now Kobe trying to give the Lakers the lead. One and done again. Lakers are not getting any kind of offensive rebounds at all. And they led big time on the boards at the half, but they're only up by 2 now. 33-31 on the glass.
It's because when they get the ball to Kobe on the ISO type plays, they're standing instead of diving.
O'Neal, he'll fill it up all day if you leave him alone. 60-57. 13-3 is the run right now. O'Neal has sparked it, and he's got 22. Lamar hits the deck. You got to get up against Danny Granger. Now screen by Kwame. Deep into the shot clock. Another charge. O'Neal got there. Did a good job to slide over. So the Lakers give it away. That is their 8th turnover. 4th on Kwame Brown. So now the Lakers 2 big guys, Kwame and Chris Mihm with 4 apiece. Andrew Bynum, anyone?
And the way they're standing around, that might not be bad. I would go small here. I'd bring maybe a Luke Walton or something to go small to get some motion in my offense, in my triangle, get people moving a little bit, and that'll get their footwork going, and maybe they'll pick up on the other end as well.
Yes, and Cavicius is back into the game. Productive for them in the first half when he came in. Granger showed the three-point ability earlier. O'Neal on the jab step. And a better play by Kwame. Jeff Foster keeps it alive for a teammate, Danny Granger. Now that's what Foster's game is. A guy that had a dozen offensive rebounds in the game last year, the most in the NBA. On the run, Fred Jones. And again, the ball batted around, finally chased down by Smush. Jermaine O'Neal behind the play. So the Lakers, right. The Lakers do have the advantage. Can they capitalize 5-on-4? It's taking a half hour? No. Now Kobe, as O'Neal came back in, is shoved by Fred Jones. It won't count. Now the Lakers with only a dozen points so far in the first 9 minutes of the quarter.
And Jermaine's acting like he's going to be able to walk this off. So Rick Carlisle won't have to look to the bench and try to replace him. He's been carrying them here, especially in the third quarter.
The Lakers have had some third quarters this year that are very forgettable. This is a 4-minute dry spell for him. Kobe, he'll go to the line looking for the three-point opportunity to tie it up. Strength to the basket. He's got 27.
Just like that, Rick Carlisle says, I want to talk this over a little bit. I think more than anything, nice time to give Jermaine a little bit of a rest to see if there's any seriousness about that tweaked ankle. As Kobe with the spin, goes right between the 2 defenders, gets the contact and gets the foul. And you don't have to worry about him getting it toward the basket when he hears the whistle.
It's a stalemate so far. The Lakers matching up with one of the better teams from the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers. And right now, Kobe headed to the line to try to tie things up at 60 apiece with 3 minutes left in the third. And what's ahead, it's not going to get easy. In fact, after Portland, and that's a second division squad, of course, the Lakers on the road at Portland on Wednesday. Cavaliers and LeBron here at Staples Center. Only appearance in Southern California, at least against the Lakers. That's Thursday. Golden State Saturday up in the Bay Area. And Shaq and the Heat on Monday. So degree of difficulty, it increases. Kobe gets the roll, and the Lakers tie it up as Kobe is now 6 of 8 at the free throw line with 28 points. So it's tied at 60. Anybody else going to come through for the Lakers offensively?
Well, they bring Steven Jackson back into the game. I guess they feel he's pretty much expendable tonight since he hasn't really been the offensive player.
Yep. Yes, a Cavicius. Beautiful entry pass, and on the reverse, Jeff Foster. So a perfect assist, the 16th of the night for the Indiana Pacers. Gives them a 2-point lead. Kwame sending the pick, but tight quarters for Kobe. Up against Danny Granger now. His first try with his length. And Kwame, can he get to it? Yes. Saves it in the corner. Fresh shot clock for the Lakers as they're trailing 62-60, shooting 40% compared to 39% for the Pacers. Kobe off the glass, and Lamar will snatch it away. Knocked away, though. And are we going to get something behind the plate? Yes, it's going to be called on Kobe. When he fell away, he felt like he was rubbed anyway before coming across the paint. Man, he's got a technical foul. That's frustration. So free throws again for the Indiana Pacers. It'll be their 26th compared to 14 for the Lakers. Yes, Cavicius gets the free throw. He's 6 of 7 at the stripe.
The play Kobe thought he got fouled on. He got raked across the face by Sharunas on that play. That's what I think. That's really what got him upset. And he looked at the official and had some unkind things to say.
So the Pacers, after trailing early in the quarter by 7, are back up by 3. They're by 7 in the first quarter. 63-60 Indiana. They look for only their second win since 1992 in Southern California. They poured inside for O'Neal deep into the shot clock. Does he have a pivot foot? O'Neal on the fall away. Man, the Lakers dodge one there. It is Lamar with the rebound. Lamar, Kwame gave him the assist. Kwame just made sure O'Neal was not a factor.
Good job by Kwame, and Lamar recognizing it and really getting aggressive. Steven Jackson just gets rid of Sasha.
And now you can get rid of Steven Jackson with his 5th foul.
That's why I said they must have felt he was expendable tonight. He hasn't been in the game mentally since he picked up an early foul guarding Kobe.
So Anthony Johnson is back in. Steven Jackson coming off 31 last night, 27 on Thursday at Golden State. And the little forearm action. Sasha, give him credit. He sold it, didn't he? He made sure they saw it. Kobe, smarter man, Anthony Johnson. Man, didn't get the finish. Last touch by Bryant Cook. That's a rarity when Kobe's that close to the rim.
Yeah, didn't get it over the front of the rim. I mean, elevated. The elevation was really nice, but just didn't get it over the front of the rim. Wouldn't surprise me to see Steven Jackson go for the early shower.
Sasha's called for the foul. Lakers are out of fouls now. That's their 4th team foul. Pacers out of fouls. They've already got 4, so last minute 20. Both teams shoot. 1-point game. It was 45-43 in this beauty at the half. And actually it was 47-45. Easily forgettable.
Well, and the Lakers went up by 7 here in the third, remember?
Right.
And that didn't last very long.
Sasha trying to stay in front of the smaller man. Somebody's got to account for Granger. Man, Sasha's got the rebound. Bryant Cook working over Foster. That kind of night for the Lakers. One and done and out. Final minute of the third. Anthony Johnson. Good look. Same result though. And 2 Lakers almost took it away from each other. Kobe and Bryant Cook. Kobe almost had his pocket picked. Sasha in the corner. Good move. Now a beautiful shot. Kobe with a strong 2-hander. Sasha that time creating off the dribble penetration.
Nice job by Sasha. First of all, to pass up on the 3-point attempt that he normally likes to catch and shoot really quick. Takes it off the dribble and hands it off to Kwame Brown. We got a 20-second timeout. And just like that, the Lakers lead by 1 as the third quarter winding down. Coming into the key, drawing the big, and say, here's Kwame. Can you dunk? Kwame says, well, I think.
Earlier in the season, Kwame would have tried to do that with one hand, and he would have lost it. That's a good play going up with 2 strong like that. So the Lakers lead by 1. Anthony Johnson up against Sasha. That was a different time to use a 20. They're out of 20s now. They've got 3 full. The Lakers have 3 and a 20 remaining in this contest. Final 6 of the shot clock. And Anthony Johnson has to on the run. The floater works. 17 seconds to play. 65-64. Indiana. Johnson's got 11. He is the second pacer in double figures. Lakers don't have a second in double figures yet. Kobe on the screen and roll. Kwame, will they get it back? No. Kwame with the spin. Everything with the finish. And that'll do it.
I mean, the footwork was really nice. Does a great job with the drop step, but then fired it off the glass. Didn't even draw iron. So we head to the fourth quarter, and the Lakers trailing the Pacers by 1.
Once again, they would be lost without Kobe. As it is, the Lakers are trailing 65-64. Outscored by 3 in the third. And both teams, Stu, shooting below 40% for the contest.
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty offensively, and there's been no rhythm to the game. A lot of whistles, as we've talked about. Kobe, the only Laker in double figures, although Lamar and Kwame each have 9 points. And for the Pacers, they've got 2 players in double figures, as it's Jermaine O'Neal and Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, Luke Walton's out there to start the 4th for the Lakers, along with Devin George. Kobe stays on the floor, so does Sasha. And also entering the game with 4 fouls is Chris Mihm. Chris has only been out there for 12 minutes tonight. 2 points and 2 boards. So the Pacers with the ball, and a reach by Kobe. Yeah, too many whistles, too many fouls on the Lakers, and that was an unnecessary one, 40 feet from the basket. So the Lakers with an early team foul. And for Kobe, it's his second.
Anthony Johnson, he does dribble the ball nice and high, and that was tempting for Kobe. Kobe reached in trying to get to the ball and picked up the foul.
Johnson runs their offense. O'Neal asking for it. He finally gets it. Layup, and a blown layup. Jasikevičius off the handoff from Jermaine O'Neal. And the Lakers capitalize, trailing by a point. Devin George off the Mihm. He's got it. Lakers lead 66-65.
That's one of the few times where the Lakers came down and went right into the triangle and got some production. See if they can do that a few times here in the 4th.
Devin off the bench with 4. O'Neal on the catch. Good distance for the basket, but he's got the range. And now with the left hand, it's flat. Hard off the heel. Devin the other way to Kobe.
Good challenge by Chris Mihm that time.
Kobe held up. And Johnson with a smart foul. Otherwise, Kobe was headed straight to the rack. Now, is it going to be on the side? Yes. Kobe's not in the active shooting. Second on Johnson. First team foul in the quarter on the Pacers. Well, a game where if one team gets on an 8 or 10 point spurt, they can put it away. It's been that difficult for anybody to find consistency offensively. Terrible pass and a break. Terrible entry to a telegraphed entry to Kobe, and a break that it's not a turnover.
And the Lakers were due for a break here in this game. They haven't had many.
Yeah. Hard to believe there's only 8 turnovers apiece. Kobe, quick catch and shoot. It hits only one thing, and the Lakers need it at the bottom of the net. 68-65, 30 for Kobe. Is it going to be another 40-plus night? Plenty of time.
More importantly, is it going to be a W night?
And can somebody else get in double figures? Fred Jones, hard to the hole. Man, wouldn't go down for him. Luke Walton's got to watch out. Fred Jones trying to pick his pocket from behind. So the Lakers with the first 4 points of the 4th. Kobe again against the smaller man, Anthony Johnson, right by him. Got him into the air, and they didn't get the contact. Chris Mihm's there to clean it up, though. Well, normally when Anthony Johnson comes down on Kobe's hip like that, Kobe gets a whistle. Not tonight. 6 straight for the Lakers to start the 4th.
Well, Rick Carlisle said if we didn't get a stop on this one, I think I'd better call a timeout. And good timeout it is, as the Lakers open up a 5-point advantage to miss by Kobe, and Chris Mihm is there to tap it home.
So come on, go.
Lakers hit 3 of their first 4 to start the 4th quarter, and that constitutes a huge run in this matchup tonight.
You're right.
70-65 Lakers. Devin got it off the seal. Nice pick, Chris Mihm.
And of course, you know Kobe's going to get involved in the action. And then Chris, not only with the screen, but then the tap in on Kobe's miss, and the Lakers open up their 5-point lead. So let's see what the timeout does to a little bit of momentum.
And Chris Mihm, fresh legs, hasn't been out there much tonight, and it's paying off, at least at the start of the 4th. Lakers pitching a shutout so far in the first or last 12 minutes of play. Blocked by Devin. And the little guy, Jasikevičius, say that 5 times fast. He put his head down, and he just was going to motor to the rim.
Well, yeah, he had his mind made up that time.
Right.
But Devin also was there and reached in at the last possible minute or a second and got the block. So only 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Johnson will trigger it. And Luke takes it away. Read it perfectly on the bounce. Now Kobe off the dribble inside. And he's clipped that time, and they call the foul on Granger. Or will they give it to Anthony Johns?
They gave the
It is Granger. So Kobe Every free throw is going to be critical for the Lakers. There's 12 more attempts up there tonight already for the Indiana Pacers, 23 of 26.
Kobe looking to try to get a double-double in this game. He's got 9 rebounds, so he's also 6 out of 8 from the charity stripe. Season high for Kobe in the rebounding department is 10.
Whatever it takes when it comes to Kobe. He will do whatever it takes. By the way, I was on a talk show in Miami on Sunday morning. They wanted to talk football. I had to bring up Shaq and Kobe.
So you're feeding the fire?
Oh, I love it. And they've asked. They asked about Kobe. I said I've never seen anybody prepare and care as much about the game as Kobe. The guy is just such a total professional. The way he gets ready for a game, the way he's conditioned, and they don't want to hear it. But I had a good time with it.
You look at his last 4 games, including tonight, of course, 45, 48, 50, and boy, he's in a real slump tonight. 31.
It's a shame. You're going to have to talk to the guy. Lakers by 6, make it 7. That matches their largest lead of the night. But you remember what happened in the early part of the third when they had a 7-point lead. Disappeared in a hurry and they trailed by 3.
Well, I wonder if they're going to throw it inside to Jermaine O'Neal on this trip.
He hasn't had any touches. He's asking for it against Chris Mihm, who's going to worry. He's already got 4. And on the fall away, good job, Chris Mihm. You can't do much about that.
Yeah, that possibly was a foul. I mean, Chris his body into him, and he got the bounce.
Kobe, like fresh legs, and now it's going to be a shove on O'Neal. And that is going to be the 3rd team foul. That's important. Only 1 more foul to give, and there's not even 3 minutes gone by in the 4th. So O'Neal gets his 3rd. What a night he has had with 24 and 12.
And Jermaine probably complaining that you're calling me for that one, and you didn't give me any protection on the shot.
Luke off the Chris Mihm pick. Over the top. Not exactly what they were looking for. Anthony Johnson was, though. So the Lakers commit their 9th turnover. Man, it's out of bounds. Last touch by Sasha.
And that's the one way to get rid of a 7-point lead in a hurry. Keep turning the ball over.
It'll be Fred Jones bringing it in, and he actually came up with it as Jones just came into the game. Steven Jackson's back in there with O'Neal, Foster, and Jesse Cabbages. Deflection, but it went right to Jackson. And that's kind of night for Jackson. Boy, within 6-8 feet. He is 1 for 7. Their 2nd leading scorer coming off a 31-point effort. Kobe off the Mihm pick on the pick and roll. Boy, if Chris goes hard to the hole, Luke Walton instead comes up short. Chris was surprised the ball came back his way. He didn't dive that hard, though.
Again, when you're on the offensive end of the floor, you should never be surprised to catch the ball. You should always expect it. If you don't get it, that's what should surprise you. When you're open, expect the basketball.
And Kobe hit him. If he's going hard to the hole, it's a dunk.
The pick and roll situation, the pass is there, and actually traveled it, I thought, when it happened, and he passes it out to Luke, and Luke hasn't been involved in the offense very much. That was his first shot that he just missed.
Not a ton for the bench anyway tonight. 6 points from Bynum. That was the story of the 2nd quarter. Great pass from Foster, and he'll follow it after the miss because Devin came over, tried to get it away. It is down from 7 once again to 3. 4 straight for the Indiana Pacers. 72-69 Lakers. A little more than 8 minutes to play. Kobe waits for the pick from Chris Mihm. Sasha off the dribble penetration. The leaner, way too strong. Everything but the bucket.
That is the right idea. I give him credit. I mean, normally he goes into the paint like that looking to pass.
Jones hard to the hole, and he'll go to the line looking for the 3-point play. So it disappears again. An opportunity for 7 straight with Jones going to the stripe.
Well, he turned the corner, going to his strong hand. And, I mean, once he lowered that shoulder, he's a guy that can elevate, get the ball to kiss off the glass. Nice play. 3-point opportunity coming to Fred Jones. It's
Kobe's 3rd foul, Lakers' 3rd team foul. So team fouls identical. Lakers just can't put together a consistent stretch of 5-6 minutes.
They'd be satisfied in this game with 1 or 2.
7 straight ties it at 72. Fred Jones on the 3-point play. He's got 9. Inside Kobe. Acrobatically got away from Fred Jones on the pass. Devin found him.
Well, the pass wasn't great, but all of a sudden, Kobe makes a miraculous looking shot out of it.
34 for Kobe. Lakers back up 74-72. Steven Jackson off the handoff. Man, out of control in the spin. Chris Mim wanted to walk. Nick Pavetta says, I'll make the call around here.
You know, that last basket Kobe scored, just a quick backdoor spin move and passes there and spins while he's in the air to find the hoop. Back to the basket while he's in the air. He turns. That's nice. That's nice.
Steven Jackson with a strike to tie it up. He averages 16 a game. He's got 4 on the night. That is his first free throw attempt. He's only been out there for 16 minutes with 5 fouls. Lamar checks in. And Luke Walton will sit down. So Lamar there for the final 7:26. Lamar, tough night shooting. He's got 9 with 6 boards, but just 4 of 11. But a lot of Lakers tonight.
Yeah,
tough night shooting.
41%.
Jackson ties it up at 74. He came over in that sign and trade with Al Harrington going to the Atlanta Hawks. Now the Lakers cannot be competitive in the half-court sets. Kobe isn't underneath with the left hand, and he'll shoot 2. It was a continuation play. Fred Jones got him early before it slid over to the side of Jermaine O'Neal. So Fred Jones with the foul.
That was a good, again, quick move by Kobe. Right to the paint, gets the contact, and that's a play that Kobe normally converts into a three-point opportunity, but the left-hander that time didn't fall.
Kobe's been out there a lot tonight, 38 minutes already, and we still have 7+ left. I only bring that up because a lot of times you see it in their free throws when the guy's been on the floor a long time. He got the friendly roll that time off the lip of the rim. Lakers by a point, 35 and counting for Kobe.
They just haven't been able to, utilize their defense tonight like they've had when they've had some good success this season.
Almost no transition buckets. And usually when you hold a team to 37%, Stu, you get some points in the transition.
Well,
but fast break points, only 2 for the Lakers tonight.
If you're Rick Carlisle, you're looking at that and you're saying 37% on the road and we're 2 points down, we'll take it.
Right, an opportunity to steal one on the road. 5 minutes gone in the 4th. Jackson working. Backing Kobe down, who got the reach in the... Well, he thought he poked it away, but they're going to call the hold. That'll be the 4th team foul. 4th on Kobe as well.
Well, it's funny how the officials will make a signal, in other words, telling you what you did wrong. But in my estimation, it wasn't a hold as much as if he's going to call the foul, call it on the reach. He wasn't calling it on the hold. He waited until he reached.
For the Lakers, out of fouls. 6:58 to play. And, well, 29 free throws already make it 30 for the Indiana Pacers. Kobe is the captain, talking it over with Scott Wall.
And they've made 27 of the 30, so very, very good from the strike.
And 1 of 2. As it stays, a Laker lead by a point. Lamar with the board. Kobe has him backpedaling. Chris Mim trying to get to it, kept it alive, but it popped over and picked up by Jeff Foster.
See transition
Look
defense.
out. Beautiful no-look and the easy jam. Jessica Cavicius with the beautiful assist. Granger on the easy finish. And a lead for the Pacers by a point.
Well, still 6:38 to go in this ball game, and there's been no rhythm to it whatsoever. It's the Pacers now out and running a little bit, and they've opened up a lead. They're on a 12-4 run to take that 1-point lead.
The Lakers called the last timeout, so on the board 2 timeouts for the Lakers, 2 as well for the Indiana Pacers. 6:38 to play, and the Pacers by a point. Right after the game, we'll stick around here. Courtside, it's going to be Billy McDonald, Jack Haley, Southern California Sports Report, Michael Eaves, also Lindsay Soto here. Stu and I will join the crew. That's postgame on FSN West. So the Lakers out of the timeout, set it up for Sasha, and he delivers. Well, coaches love that kind of execution. They had a double screen over there. They had 2 setting a wall for Sasha.
And that was the last guy coming out of the timeout that the Pacers felt would be involved for the shot.
Yeah, we've seen that before, though, from Phil Jackson, even late in games. Chirunas on the run. Teardrop doesn't go, but he gets it back. Second chance opportunity. Sasha Creates the takeaway, but also got a piece. And the young man out of Lithuania, Jasikevičius, will go to the line to shoot 2, and he's deadly there. Boy, did he sell it well.
Sasha, it's okay, Sasha. You get another chance.
So they'll try to tie it up at the stripe. They've lived at the stripe tonight, 27 of 31. Lakers 14 of 18.
Well, the Lakers, remember when I talked about they had better from the charity stripe? Well, they've picked it up. They're 78% now. They were at 63 when I talked about it.
There's tired legs.
Yeah, he
didn't
didn't
get
that
shot.
Didn't even get that to the rim. And he's a shooter.
And that's a guy who's been on the floor, and he's coming off the bench for them, but 27 minutes, that's a lot for him. Got the second. He knew that was either going to be long. It was not going to be short. It was going to be good or long. Lakers by a point. Too many of these tonight. Ties and lead changes. Lakers, Kobe again. Elevated. And a little bit too long. Boy, does he get up late in the game. There's a guy that's still got the energy. Inside of 6 left in the 4th. O'Neal gets a touch up against Chris Mihm. And he'll go to the line, trying to give Indiana the lead once again. So the magnet, that's Chris Mihm. He's got his 5th personal foul. It's a tough break. As much contact as we've seen between big guys, he always finds a way, doesn't he?
Yeah, but when you're defending the shooter there and you get him on the arm, you don't need much contact. That one I don't think Chris has any complaints on as far as a bad call. He says that's my bad.
So Jermaine O'Neal, 8 of 8. Okay. 8 of 9.
Key now is to box out. Foster is just very, very good at offensive rebounds, whether it's on the regular shot or on free throws. You must get body to him before you think about getting the ball.
O'Neal to tie it at 79. And not even close. Unfortunately, Sasha got there. Otherwise, it was coming right back to O'Neal. So wasted opportunity for the Pacers. But it did cost Chris Mihm his 5th foul. Kobe, 2-man game with Lamar. Working against the smaller Granger. Baby hook. It works. Lakers by 3, 81-78. Good isolation.
I was just getting ready to say, run something for Sasha. They won't expect it 2 times in a row.
The element of surprise again. Look out. Off the glass. Nobody at home for the Lakers underneath. Kobe comes away with it. Kobe on the push. Granger the other one back right by him, and he's hammered from behind. Foster held him up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, and you just hope Kobe is okay. Granger, he's young. He'll get back up. But Kobe, I think he got it up top of the noggin, didn't he?
Well, Granger's going straight, running straight to the locker room. As he goes, he gets elbowed right in the chops. As Kobe goes by, the elbow catches Granger right in the face.
Ooh.
And that's why Granger is running straight to the locker room.
It can, flush. You're absolutely right.
Well, and that hurts because there's no padding on an elbow. That's just bone. And when that bone hits you, that's just like getting hit with a club.
And you know what? It looked like when he got up, his eyes were watering. It looked like it got him right on the nose, too. Kobe doesn't get the first. 3-point lead for the Lakers. Kobe's the only one who's been there. He's taken 13 of the 19 free throw attempts for the Lakers. He is 10 of 13 at the stripe with 36 points. Mihm will sit down. Tommy Brown in with 5:07 to play. He's above his average. As I mentioned earlier, all-time Laker record, Elgin Baylor, on a season averaging 34.8. And that is the Lakers' single-season standard. 37 now for Kobe. 82-78. Sasha almost got it away cleanly.
And Anthony almost double dribbled. He put that left hand on the ball. Wow, that was close.
Steven Jackson, unfortunately, he is overdue. Is it going to come down the stretch or the next game? Great close by Devin. Doesn't make any difference. Wow, was that tough. Off the glass, 82-80. Some kind of shot.
Yeah, they're going to Steve and Jermaine. Those are the 2 offensive guys that they're going to rely on down the stretch here.
Kwame setting the pick for Lamar. He's got the smaller man on him, but gives it up anyway. Sasha going hard to the hole, and his pocket was picked by Johnson. Johnson got it away. Devin trying to get involved, and the finger roll ties it up with 4 straight for the Pacers at 82.
And neither team really liking it. Prosperity here. They can't stand it at all.
Kobe off the Brown pick and held up. It's going to be a foul on the floor, but still a couple of free throws for Kobe. And they almost got their hand right on top of the ball to create a jump. Fred Jones gets the foul. And would it be Fred Jones? Yes.
Jermaine O'Neal.
No, O'Neal's 4th instead. It would have been the 6th on Jones. Well, Kobe just there got 1 of 2. Will the Jinx hold up on Indiana when they play in LA against the Lakers? Got to make your free throws. 11 of 15. Lakers now, since you said that, 14 of 18. They're 15 of 21. Putting it all on you. You knew that. 71%. Good.
Oh, boy, you're so superstitious.
And you'll nail me every time.
No.
Kobe gets the second. Lakers by a point, 83 to 82. Sasha with a foul. Unbelievable. So free throws coming up.
I mean, that you just don't want that foul there.
No.
You just don't want that one there.
Smush will be into the game now, and Smush has not been in the game a lot since midway through the 3rd. So Sasha on the reach. Ball was already gone, but they called the foul anyway. And an opportunity for the lead for the Indiana Pacers and Anthony Johnson. This is his 3rd season in Indiana. Tied at 83. And our missed free throw is going to cost the Lakers down the stretch. 29 of 36 now for the Pacers.
It's going to be what's going to cost them if something costs them. I don't think it'll be missed free throws as opposed to just bad opportunities and bad decisions and things of that nature on both ends of the floor.
It seems like in this game there should be more turnovers. It stays out. It was almost all the way down. Lakers have only 10 turnovers, 9 for the Pacers. You would figure a lot more with the way the two teams have played.
Right, the way this game has been.
Kobe with Fred Jones. Trying to create space with the jab step. Backing him down, setting up Lamar for the lead. Not close. Kwame corrals it. That was great activity.
Yeah, he traveled to get that ball. Didn't just stand there and have it bounce to him.
Great after play. Kobe over Jones. O'Neal will get it on the weak side.
But going down the stretch, though, I know it's easier said, but that's when you really got to look to try to attack. They're in the bonus situation. Don't settle for too many jump shots.
All right, get to the line. Jones, they spread the floor out, waiting for the pick. Jones, somebody's got to stop the ball. He blows the dunk, but it's going to be an offensive foul. I wondered if Lamar was inside the restraining arc. He wasn't. So he is gone.
Yeah. I was just talking about attacking the basket. Well, the Pacers tried to attack, but get called for the offensive foul. Lamar stepping in. Does he get himself out of the paint? I mean, out of the restricted area? He's out of there, but did he get stationary at all?
He was late, wasn't he?
Seemed like he was late to me.
That's a break.
That's why in the course of a game, breaks, it'll all balance out. You get a bad call against you, and sometimes you get one to go in your favor. So Fred Jones fouled out. Let's see what the Lakers do now. Tie game, 3 minutes to play.
Inside of 3 left. Smush waiting for the pick. Got it from Kwame. Didn't go back to Kwame, though. Now Kobe with a larger Granger on his back. Kobe in the paint, tripped up. He'll get it anyway. Lakers take the lead. Kobe hits 40 again.
Well, how often have we seen number 8 do something very similar to that? Get in a crowd and somehow be able to come out of that crowd after the whistle with a hoop. I mean, there were 2, 3 defenders there. He goes in. He gets contact, falling away, running away, throws it up, throws it in. He's going to have himself a 3-point opportunity when we come back. What a game this has been. Strange, I'll say. 2:48 to go in the ball game. 85-83 the Lakers, and they only have the lead by 2 because of the last shot by number 8, Kobe Bryant. Granger, a long defender. Jeff Foster. Everybody was around him. It doesn't matter. Somehow he can manufacture a shot. 40 points.
Yeah, that leads the league 10 this year.
Wow.
50 on his career. And he'll come out. Can he give the Lakers a 3-point lead?
More importantly, can the Lakers hold on to a lead? That's been something they have not been able to do, especially in this game.
Well, fourth quarter, they went up by 7. Right away, 7 straight points by the Indiana Pacers. We saw that in the third.
Every time there's been a timeout, the Lakers come back out, and they've been, not necessarily flat, but flat.
Well, Kobe's got a double-double with 40, 10, and 5 assists. Now back at the stripe where he's 12 of 16, rather. So a huge one coming up. Plenty of time left. Fred Jones already fouled out of the game. Granger picked the one up right before as he walked under Kobe and tripped him up. That was his third. Both teams shoot the rest of the way. He's going to miss. Right. It wasn't going to be long. The guy's been out there for 42 minutes. He averages a little over 40 minutes a game. Jermaine O'Neal, not that many touches as he charged into Kwame, who beat him to the spot. He lowered his shoulders slightly.
Yeah, exactly. What he did was used his right arm, his forearm. That's where the offensive foul was called. That's 5 fouls on Jermaine O'Neal on the dribble. It's the forearm that gets away from his body. Had he been able to keep it closer, I don't think the official would have called that an offensive foul.
Can the Lakers capitalize, though, with points off a turnover? Lamar waiting for the pick from Kwame. He's going to go away from him. Now he'll take it. They look for Kobe, and bad pass, tight quarters, and 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Wow. 85-83 Lakers. That is their 11th turnover.
Does that answer your question if they could capitalize on it?
Incredible. Wow. Mismatch, 6'9", Danny Granger. Somebody's going to have to rotate and help out. Man, Granger ties it up. Got there late. Final 2 minutes. 12th tie of the game. So the Lakers, as they set the clock again and put 2 seconds back on, get a break as they have an opportunity to look over the bench for a play call. Now, will they make the most of it? So even at 85, Kobe going strong inside with the finger roll. He lost it on his way up, and it still went home.
Boy, that first step left Granger at the free throw line just wondering how he got back past him so fast.
Anthony Johnson now. Get it in. And Jermaine O'Neal, a blocking foul that time. A couple of free throws coming up. Kwame gets his 5th. Well, Chris Mihm is on the bench with 5, but he's been over there for a while. As Kwame came in for him.
Like I said, hard play to call. Boy, he gets there. That's a tough one there. I mean,
well, are you going to foul Jermaine O'Neal out of the game?
If it's a foul, it's a foul. I don't care if he's the best player in the league or the worst player in the league. If it's a foul, it's a foul.
Chris Mihm is about to check back in. Minute 34 to play. O'Neal with 2 for the tie. He's 8 of 10 at the stripe. First one, real short.
That's 3 in a row he's missed.
75% at the line last year.
Oh, that's a tough one there for Kwame to take. I mean, that one was closer. I mean, seemingly to me, more of an offensive foul than maybe the last one that he got.
So O'Neal to make it a 1-point game. And if it's going to be short, Smush has got to get in front of the shooter or Devin if it comes back strong.
That's Devin's responsibility.
Yep, and it's knocked out. We've got a
lane violation on Chris Mihm.
They'll call it on Chris Mihm. Yes, another free throw coming up. Well, Indiana in the fourth, just 6 of 13 at the line, but for the game, 29 of 38. They have taken 15 more free throw attempts.
Well, Chris steps in early, there's no question, but Foster does that. With his quickness around the basket, you have to be aware of him at the charity stripe.
So the old 3 to make 2. How about 3 to make 1? And he can't do it. Foster tapped it up, and it goes right to Smush. Break of breaks, 87-85. So they're now 6 of 14 at the free throw line of the quarter. Chris Mimm with the high post. They'll run off that. Lamar, the 3. Got it! Lakers by 5. Minute 20 left. What a time for Lamar to come through.
What a time for anybody else to come through. But I love it that it's Lamar Odom as he checks in with his 14th point. And with a minute and 20 to play, the Lakers open up a 5-point advantage. Will that be enough? Well, we've seen that 5-point lead dissipate so fast before. Lamar, show me you can do it again and again. Well, the Lakers by 5, 90-85 with just a minute and 20 to play. And that man in the middle, Lamar Odom. What a time to decide to look. I'm going to be aggressive. And you talk about confidence. He stroked that one. That was wet. That thing was. Listen, watch it. Watch it splash. Splash.
Yeah, and too often it's a frozen rope from Lamar, but he really got his legs under that jumper.
Yeah, he really looked good on that one. Now the key is, don't come out of the timeout with a sigh of relief. There's game left to be played. There's a minute 20 left to play.
Right.
You've got to play as if it's a tie game or if you're behind. You've got to really be intense and have your concentration be at a high level.
At the very top of the telecast, Phil Jackson we were talking about Phil's quote about the reliance on Kobe, that it's only temporary. It's got to be only temporary for this team to be successful. And that's why it would mean so much tonight to the Lakers if they won it with that kind of play from Lamar.
Yeah, I'd like to see him coming with the back-to-back plays where it doesn't have to be a 3, but, you know, aggressive production on the offensive end.
Yes, Cavicius is back into the game.
Lakers protect against the 3 here and keep it at least a 2-possession game.
O'Neal working against Mimm, reverses it. Johnson. Lamar got over. They'll rotate it. Their best 3-point shooter is Steven Jackson over Devin. And the air ball goes to Granger. He doesn't get the layup. Lamar Odom clears it out with a minute to play.
Wow.
Lakers could seal the deal right now and make it a 3-possession game.
Midcourt.
Just did by a second.
Gee, what are they thinking, or are they?
Well, it's a rookie bringing it up. Man, not a true rookie, but for the most part, Smush is. Backdoor Chris Mimm on the great catch. And no whistle. He's blocked by O'Neal. He stopped. He thought there was a whistle. Johnson. Too strong. Rebound, Lamar after it. Last touch. Where did it go? Off Lamar. They can't get the ball and hold on to it.
But with 33.7, now all they have to do basically is protect against a 3-point basket or 3-point play, and they could possibly put the Pacers in a foul situation. But you don't want to give up 3 points here to make this a 1-possession game.
You know what the Pacers need. It'll be Anthony Johnson on the baseline bringing it in. Make sure you account for Steven Jackson. There's the pick for Jackson. Jackson's not going for it. Instead, it's going to be Jermaine O'Neal. That's short. Lamar's got it, and that should do it. He'll get it over to Kobe. Kobe will be grabbed, and a couple of free throws coming up. You make your free throws, you win the game with 23.8 to play, and the Lakers are back to 2 games over the 500 mark.
Don't start counting yet.
You know me.
You're a little anxious there, aren't you? Haven't you seen this team before?
Too many times.
Yeah. But you're right. If they can just convert free throws, they are in a position to put this in the left-hand column of the standings.
You know, Kobe's got 5 misses up there tonight, so that's his quota. He's not going to have any more. He's 12 of 17.
Guaranteed?
42 points. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
Okay.
See, I'll tell you about guarantees.
I didn't say I was walking home, did I?
Oh, boy.
Man. Well, it's still a 2-possession game. He's got to get this one. They make it a 6-point lead. The Lakers 16 of 24 at the line. Again, just 2/3 of them going home.
It's going to be free throws for the Lakers because the Pacers know what they need.
They're out of time.
But they should go for a quick deuce here. But the Lakers just have to protect the glass, too.
Only one time out on the board. They set it up. It's going to be Granger jumping into Lamar, and 3 free throws. That's the ultimate. 16 points, 3 to play. That's the ultimate for the Pacers. They got the clock stopped and free throws.
Like I said, have you seen this team play before?
Well, just when you thought you had seen everything. Maybe not. At least we hope we don't see something new tonight.
Well, again, why are they not on their men? This is a play where when you're up by 6, you can give up a concession deuce. You don't have to be in a help situation. Everybody stays man to man, chest to chest, protecting against the 3.
Granger gets the first. He's got 11. He is the 3rd in double figures for the Indiana Pacers. He's also got 9 boards. And all of a sudden, he makes it look easy at the free throw line while everybody else was missing. Fortunately for the Lakers, he didn't get there in the 4th.
Yeah, he's 5 out of 6. 12 points, 9 boards. Good-looking rook.
16 points free. Left in regulation. And he can't get the last one. Lamar's got it. He'll go to the line. He is fouled from behind. They brought in Eddie Gill for that purpose. Now Lamar is perfect at the line tonight.
Oh, there you go.
He's perfect. He hasn't missed yet.
Okay. I'm not superstitious at all like that. You are. I know you are.
You know me.
I know you are. so you're doing it to yourself.
He is 1 of 1 at the free throw line.
He only needs 1.
That's it. He's going to get 2, though.
Guaranteed?
Lakers 92-87.
Guaranteed? Look at Reg. Reg says if I was in uniform, that lead wouldn't be safe.
Right. How good a free throw shooter down the stretch was Reggie Miller.
How good a shooter, period.
Man.
Down the stretch, up the stretch.
And he put those chicken wings out the way he shot, his form. Those bony arms.
The results are the only thing that counts.
Lamar, I told you. 93-87.
What you thought about? I told you.
Deep 3. Oh, no. 93-90. Kobe's fouled. And the clock runs while they'll put time back on the board. That's a hometown clock.
It's about 10 seconds should be on the clock, I believe.
Yes, Cavicius.
They put it at 9.6. I said 10.
Kobe's got to get 1.
Oh, okay.
Kobe at 43. The 3rd on Sharunas. The game that would never end. Lakers by 3. Getting ready for Portland on Wednesday. Maybe a red eye to Portland.
Oh, boy. Well, free throws here. Again, Kobe at the line. He's been there enough times tonight to know what it feels like. This will be attempts number 20 and 21.
Far cry from the Clipper game. All right. Close it out. 94-90. Kobe at 44. And if he hits 45, it's 4 straight with 45 or more.
Oh, 44 isn't enough for you?
45 puts him in that elite company. And he does it.
Okay.
95-90 timeout, which is just what we needed. Indiana.
Well, there's 9.6 seconds to play. There's all kind of game
3
left.
possessions
You've
left.
seen the Lakers give up 3-point shots, haven't you? Let's see what they do coming out of this one.
Feels like we're in the 13th inning. No runners aboard. 95-90. Lakers by 5. Doesn't make any difference at the end of the year. A W is a W.
Look at this. First player since Wilt Chamberlain did it back in 1964 to have 45 points or more in 4 consecutive games.
Well, we're spoiled by the way he shows up every night. We've talked about it before. The dedication, the preparation, the conditioning. He was out here real early with Alex McKechnie, all wound up, tied up, and working the core training and exercises. There's nothing he doesn't do to get better.
Preparation. I remember his rookie year. We used to get on the plane after games. He'd have his portable DVD player watching the games.
Yeah, he's
scouting players.
He's incredible. 5-point lead. Wrong guy. And a break for the Lakers. It is all over. Lamar has got it. And they'll call the foul. So 3.8 to play. 95-90.
Well, the Lakers held on enough to get this victory, so they're going to win it. And, of course, Kobe with 45 points, 10 rebounds and 5 assists. That is sick, averaging 47.
Glad you said it.
That is really sick. That has got to stop.
Well, the Lakers know that they need more than 2 guys in double figures to win. That's Kobe and Lamar tonight. Lamar with a double-double, 16 and 12. He's back at the free throw line. He absolutely hit. And as big as Kobe's shots were throughout the game, the most critical was the three-pointer by Lamar for breathing room.
Yeah,
when the Lakers went up by 5.
Yeah,
he hit the clutch bucket tonight.
Shot. That was the big shot of this game. The three-pointer that Lamar hit.
I wouldn't want him to hit a free throw here. And he gets 1 of 2. 3.8 left. 96-90 Lakers. So they're 18 and 16 with the win.
Now you can let them shoot a three-pointer if they want.
No fouls. Chris Mihm with the steal to seal the deal. And the Lakers can finally celebrate. They beat Indiana once again, a team that's only won once since '92 here in Southern California against the Lakers. So our final score, Lakers win it 96-90. Yeah, the Southern California Sports Report starts right now as we head down courtside. And let's join Lindsay Soto. Lindsay.
Thank you so much, Joel. So Kobe Bryant, 4 straight games of 45-plus points. You're the first player since Wilt Chamberlain did this in 1964 to pull off the feat. I know you are a fan of basketball history. What does it mean to you?
Man, it means a lot. I mean, to be in his company means a lot. And I'm just blessed to be able to play the game and try to maximize my God-given potential.
You went on a tear like this in 2003, 9 straight games of 40-plus points. You feel hot like you did then. Is this a similar feeling?
Well, tonight, not really. I didn't shoot the ball particularly well from the field. Just kept on attacking and trying to pick my spots to help our team win a ball game.
You said before the game that you are willing this team to win. How long do you think you continue to will this team to win?
Well, it's just a part of me. I'm just very competitive, and every time I step out there on the floor, I want to win. And I try to trickle that down to my teammates so we all have that same attitude and that same killer mindset.
You have played in a lot of close games recently, haven't always come out on the winning end. What was different tonight?
We executed. We did a good job down the stretch executing our offense and also making them take difficult shots on the defensive end.
Talk about your team defense. I know you must be proud of that tonight, held them to 37% shooting.
Yeah, we did an excellent job contesting their shots, taking them out of their easy opportunities, and not giving them easy transition points.
Kobe Bryant, an historic night. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so 3 straight wins for the Lakers. They'll try and make it 4 straight on Wednesday. They head to Portland for more on tonight's game, though. We send it to Bill McDonald.